Did you read somewhere that a person can be a right brain or left brain thinker? I am sure you have. Even I have read it. You might have also read that by changing the way we use our right and left brains, we could be more productive. Do we really think from one side of our brain? Is left brain better than the right? How to change our brain's laterality? Let's explore our brains in this video. Wait till the end, friends. I will give you 8 super awesome tips from a neurosurgeon for a perfect brain health. Hello friends, welcome to Doclogues channel. I am Dr. Arun Naik, a doctor for 30 years and a neurosurgeon for 20 years now. Dialogue with your doctor is called a Doclogue. In this channel, we have Doclogues related to brain and heart health, lifestyle diseases, cancer, spine health and preventive health. We also give here simple, effective tips and tricks to put you on the positive side of your health. With that said, let's get started. Friends, whenever I do a surgery on my patient's brain, I'll be very precise and cautious. Well, more so on the left side of the brain, because left brain is prominent in most of us in our speech, thoughts and language abilities. Often I wonder when I am inside the brain, well, how is this pearly white soft organ which feels like your kitchen dove controls our talk, thoughts and memory? Once one of my patients underwent a brain surgery for a brain tumor. The tumor was situated very close to her speech area. Friends, we have many areas inside the brain, so we have a specific area for speech in our brain. I had already explained her before her surgery that a rare chance of she developing aphasia or speech defect as a complication of surgery. Post-operatively, she developed dense aphasia or speech problem. She could understand what we spoke but couldn't produce words. To think itself, it's very scary. I was so depressed to see her in that state every time she was staring at me with teary eyes. The surgery was done using neuronavigational robotic surgery and continuous neurophysiology control like we do in most of the brain tumors. She was operated under awake status also, means she was speaking to us when we did the surgery on her brain. She did very well on the operation table, but post-operatively she deteriorated in her speech. She was able to write and show what she wanted to say. That happened due to brain swelling after surgery. We gave her good speech therapy and she improved in about 3 months completely. Those 3 months were scary and depressing for the family. So I wonder, what is that structure inside our brain? What actually controls what we say and what we do? Friends, brain has nearly 90 billion neurons or brain cells and a staggering 900 billion supporting cells and connections. To explain it to you in real world scenario, it's like having a supercomputer as big as New York City or New Delhi. That extensive hardware circuits needed to simulate brain's 1% of functions. Brain is totally a mystic organ, and what we know about brain, friends, is less than 1%. Amazing creation of God. Left brain thinkers are strong with mathematical and logic skills. Well, right brain thinkers have a lot of creative skills than their left counterparts. Wait, this is only half the story of right and left. This theory is based on the fact that the brain's two hemispheres function differently. This is after the pioneering research by psychobiologist Roger Sperry in his Perry's theory, which won him a Nobel Prize in 1960s. According to the theory of left brain or right brain dominance, each side of the brain controls different types of thinking. A person who is left-brained is often said to be more analytical, logical, and objective. It's better at things like reading, writing, and computations. He always quotes numbers and reasons for his argument. It's sometimes called the digital brain. Whereas a person who is right-brained is said to be more intuitive, thoughtful, and subjective. He will talk based on his experience, like common sense and beliefs and such. More like an analog brain. Well, left-brainers tend to think from their brain and right-brainers from their heart. The brain contains two hemispheres that each perform a number of roles. The two sides of the brain communicate with one another via a bridge in the midline called corpus callosum. The left hemisphere controls the muscles on the right side of the body, while the right hemisphere controls the movement of the left side of the body. We all know that. So, damage to the right brain causes the left-sided paralysis and vice versa. The right brain, left brain theory was studied throughout the history of neurology, neuroscience, and psychology. When certain areas of brain is insulted or damaged, certain functions of their body and mind were deranged. By these, many of the brain's parts were studied. But brain functions are not that simple and straightforward, friends. The bridge, the corpus callosum between the two brains which I just mentioned, actually connects most nerve fibers of both sides. So what does it mean? Generally speaking, the left side of the brain controls many aspects of language and logic, while the right side controls spatial information and visual analysis. The current day belief in neuroscientists is brain is not nearly as polarized as once thought. Research has shown that subjects such as mathematics are more stronger when both halves of the brain work together, and they work together through that midline bridge, corpus callosum. It's now shown that your left hemisphere specializes in picking out the sounds you are hearing from my talking right now, working out the grammar, my sentences, while your right hemisphere right now is analyzing the emotional features of my language based on the rhythms of my speech, along with the intonation and the stress of my words. So there is no monopoly of one side of the brain actually. Researchers have demonstrated in MRI spectroscopy studies in healthy individuals that the right brain, left brain theory is a myth. Yet its popularity still persists. Many people are likely unaware that the theory is outdated. I feel this is remaining in the social media era more as a pop culture belief. Whatever right and left brain always complement each other in every task we do. Interaction happens continuously and constantly. We neurologists use this cerebral dominance in clinical practice when our patients have one-sided brain damage. By using these models, we teach them, shortcuts in learning new skills. Like for example, when the left brain is injured, we teach the patient by, showing them the pictorial descriptions where their right brain can understand it better because it acts like an analog computer or something like a, photographic memory learning. So many studies are still underway to find the final answer for this right-left juggernaut. As I said, what we know about the brain till now, with all those advances in neuroscience, is less than a drop in an ocean. Well, we have come to the last part of this video. As I promised, here are my tips to a healthy, functional brain. Number 1, friends, spend some time each day in reading, writing, or both. Keep a journal or a book with you, and at the end of the day, pen your thoughts for the day ended. This will keep your left brain active. Number 2, play memory games, board games, card games, video games, etc. with your kids. This will keep your right brain active. Number 3, friends, there is no end for learning. I learned a whole lot of new skill sets in shooting videos, editing them, and bringing them to you, my viewers. This is because of the coronavirus breakdown. Making educational health videos was my dream and I am excited about it. I never got time to do all this. This is the ultimate pleasure I get in addition to treating my patients and performing those long brain surgeries from 6 a.m. in the morning to 5 p.m. in the evening on most of the days. Well, it keeps me active. It keeps me thinking what to do next. Number 4, take on a new hobby that requires you to focus. Maybe trekking, maybe photography, maybe golfing. It will keep your brain healthy. It's shown in studies that acquiring new skill set after the age of 50, like me, benefits the brain immensely. Number 5, socialize with your friends, colleagues and neighbors. Spend time with your family, especially kids. Playing that hide and seek with your little ones will rejuvenate your tired mind and body at the end of that long day at work. Number 6, in addition to thinking exercises, your brain needs a good physical workout. Brisk walking, cycling, gymming, swimming, jogging, or a game of badminton. Any exercise that is appropriate for your age and physical abilities is okay. Please consult your physician before embarking on sudden program of exercises. Just 30 minutes, 5 days a week is more than enough to give enough of endorphins, the feel-good hormones, to your brain, which will refresh your mind for the whole week. Tip number 7, avoid junk food, friends, and be sure to get all the essential nutrients you need through your diet or dietary supplements. Eating junk food is shown to accelerate dementia. Watch my videos on junk foods, superfoods for brain in my channel to get heads up on food-brain connection. And the last, 8th tip, the most important one. After all these tips, aim for a full night's peaceful sleep, my friends, every night. With that, friends, we have come to the end of this video. I hope you like the content presented. Please like and share this video with your near and dear ones to put them also on the positive side of their health. If you are new here, please consider subscribing to Doclogues. It will be my great privilege and honor to have you amongst this ever-growing community of Docloggers. Hit that bell icon to get instant notifications of my new videos. If you found any more interesting facts about this right-left juggernaut, please leave your thoughts in the comment section below. Also, if you have any more tips regarding our brain health, please share your thoughts in the comment section. I'll be back with another interesting Doclogue very soon. Till then, feel awesome, live awesome, and friends, use both sides of your brain and take good care of your health.